Hello, my name is Janelle Phil, and on today's video, I will be talking about strategies I will use as a culturally responsive teacher to foster a caring environment and personal connections among my learners.
What is culturally responsive teaching? Culturally responsive teaching goes beyond just racial ethnicity. It is a set of intentional teaching methods, lesson plans, activities, and attitudes that include learners from different diverse backgrounds equally. There are several strategies a teacher can implement in fostering a caring environment and personal connections among learners. Today, I, a teacher in training, will be looking at three strategies I will use to foster a caring environment and personal connections among my learners. The three strategies I will use are getting to know my learners, design an inclusive curriculum, and accounting for different languages. As a culturally responsive teacher of a multi-ethnic classroom, my first project in fostering a caring environment and personal connections among my learners is to get to know my learners. Getting to know my learners as individuals, I will be able to make up my class with each child's differences in mind. For example, the making of teaching aids. As a culturally responsive teacher, I can not only use pictures of persons from one ethnic group or talk about only one person's religion, but I have to consider each and every child's diverse background. A family member of each learner will be scheduled to visit for at least once a week to gain insight into each child's background. I will create a culture corner using the information gathered from each learner's family member, so the learners will be able to interact with the materials daily. The second strategy I will execute is to design an inclusive curriculum. An inclusive curriculum design approach is one that takes into consideration the learner's educational, cultural, social background, and the challenges different learners experience. No learner should feel left out or unrepresented when doing lessons and school activities. All activities should reflect the learner's culture or religion. For example, not all religions are allowed to recite the school's prayer. As a culturally responsive teacher, I will respect each learner's religion and not demand them to say the school's prayers. I will use my learners' multiple cultural stories to teach valuable lessons in my classroom, while teaching unique history of other ethnic groups. I will use what the learners know to show similarities with other learners' religions. I will make sure my learners are able to identify themselves in the provided lessons and activities, so learners will have a sense of belonging in the classroom. The final strategy I will implement is to account for different languages. Teachers must take into consideration that the English language may not be the first language for many learners. As a teacher, I will not force the English language onto my learners, but will implement ways to support learners in both English language and their first language. I will make connections between new English terms and words or concepts that learners already know to support their language acquisition. Family History Project will be assigned to learners to inspire learners to share their culture with their classmates. In conclusion, there are many more ways a teacher can foster a caring environment and personal connections among learners, but these are the one I, the teacher candidate, feels would work for me and my learners. Being a culturally responsive teacher will make both the teacher's work and the learner's work lighter. So if you are a teacher, please teach culturally responsively. Thank you for listening and watching. Bye.